The role of Millennium Promise in the Millennium Villages project is really as not just the financial resource mobilizer, but also the incubator, as it were, of ideas. It's an organization that is promoting, advocating, but also pushing the edges of knowledge to bring people into this new initiative that we have created. Oh, I've learned so much since I came into this program. You know, one of the things that has been a real learning experience for me is that people are real. You know, we're not dealing with a laboratory. We're not dealing with concepts here. We're dealing with real lives. And it really is quite thrilling to see transformation that is taking place at the individual level, and realizing that development does not happen overnight. It is a process that, as you interact with people, sometimes the most important thing is that relationship. And it's not just the money or the project itself, but the relationships that you build have been a real inspiration for me as I've been interacting with this program. Great. The Millennium Village project, I think, affects pretty much anybody who works in it, especially when you have the opportunity to work at the ground level in the field, because you interact with such need, and you realize just how privileged you are when you're able to think about next year, for instance, and you interact with people who cannot even afford to think about tomorrow, and you realize that their life horizon is about today, just to survive. And that experience in itself allows you to extend yourself and to be part of this solution of helping people to get out of this trap, as Professor Sachs refers to it, the poverty trap, where people cannot even afford to think and to plan for their future.
So the next one is, in what ways do you think the lives of community members have changed since you've started in the villages?
The lives of people?
Yeah.
I have seen people who were living on the edge, as it were, as are many people that we're working with and around. And as you walk through the community, you walk through the villages, and you see somebody who is beginning to experiment with new crops. You see, we spend a lot of attention and time talking about maize and basic food crops. And it is so exciting to see a farmer who has dealt with and has somehow overcome that food security situation and is beginning to look at higher value crops and new products that never were part of their village life, because they suddenly see new markets, they see new opportunities. And that is happening across the cluster, and it's a very exciting thing to see. You know what is so unique about the support base of Millennium Promise is that it is largely individuals, largely people who individually, with their own resources, said, I wanted to be part of this story. It wasn't some big institutional drive where companies and businesses were coming through, but individuals who wanted to personally become part of this. And I think that is the strength of Millennium Promise, that it is made up of a family of people